Love Mexican food but short on time? Chicken tostadas are the answer. Crispy tortillas piled high with tasty toppings. This recipe is quick, simple, and totally delicious. Let's get started. Here's what you need to make a delicious and satisfying meal of 4 tostadas. This recipe is perfect for a quick lunch or a light dinner, and it's packed with flavors that will make your taste buds dance. Let's start by gathering all the ingredients you'll need. For the chicken, you'll need 1 boneless, skinless chicken breast. This will be the main protein for your tostadas, providing a tender and juicy bite. Drizzle 1 teaspoon of olive oil over the chicken breast. Olive oil not only helps in cooking, but also adds a subtle richness to the meat. Next, let's talk about the spices. To give the chicken a burst of flavor, you'll need half a teaspoon of chili powder. This will add a mild heat and a smoky undertone. Then add a 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. Cumin has a warm, earthy flavor that pairs perfectly with the chili powder. Finally, add a 1/4 teaspoon of paprika. Paprika will give the chicken a beautiful color and a sweet, peppery taste. Sprinkle these spices evenly over the chicken breast to ensure every bite is flavorful. Don't forget to season with salt and pepper to taste. Salt enhances all the other flavors, while pepper adds a bit of sharpness. Now let's move on to the tostadas themselves. You'll need 4 tostada shells. These are the crispy base that will hold all your delicious toppings. You can find tostada shells in most grocery stores, or you can make your own by baking or frying corn tortillas until they're crispy. For the toppings, start with 1 can of refried beans. A 15-ounce can should be enough. Refried beans add a creamy texture and a rich, savory flavor to your tostadas. Spread a generous layer of refried beans on each tostada shell. Next, you'll need 1 cup of shredded lettuce. Lettuce adds a fresh, crisp element that balances the richness of the beans and chicken. You can use any type of lettuce you prefer, but iceberg or romaine works best for their crunch. Add half a cup of chopped tomatoes. Tomatoes bring a juicy, tangy flavor that complements the other ingredients. Make sure to chop them into small, bite-sized pieces for easy eating. You'll also need a 1/4 cup of chopped onion. Onions add a bit of sharpness and crunch. If you prefer a milder flavor, you can use red onions or even green onions. Additionally, add a 1/4 cup of salsa. Salsa adds a burst of flavor and a bit of heat. You can use store-bought salsa or make your own if you have the time. For some extra creaminess, you can add a 1/4 cup of sour cream. This is optional, but it adds a nice, tangy flavor that pairs well with the other ingredients. If you're looking for a healthier option, you can use Greek yogurt instead. Finally, for a touch of richness and a burst of flavor, add a 1/4 cup of guacamole. This is also optional, but highly recommended. Guacamole adds a creamy texture and a delicious, buttery flavor that ties all the ingredients together. And there you have it. All the ingredients you need to make 4 delicious tostadas. Now let's move on to the cooking process. Cut the chicken breast into bite-sized pieces. In a bowl, mix together the olive oil, chili powder, cumin, paprika, salt, and pepper. Add the chicken and toss to coat. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius. This step is crucial to ensure that your tostada shells come out perfectly crispy and golden brown. Make sure your oven rack is in the middle position for even heating. While the oven is preheating, take out a baking sheet and arrange your tostada shells in a single layer. It's important to give each shell enough space so they bake evenly. If you overcrowd the baking sheet, the shells might not crisp up properly. Once your oven has reached the desired temperature, place the baking sheet with the tostada shells into the oven. Set a timer for 5 to 7 minutes. Keep an eye on the shells as they bake, because oven temperatures can vary and you don't want them to burn. As the shells bake, you'll notice them turning a light golden brown. This is the perfect color you're aiming for. If they start to get too dark, remove them immediately. It's better to have slightly underdone shells than burnt ones. Once done, take them out and let them cool for a few minutes before using them as the base for your delicious tostadas. While the tostada shells bake, let's get started on preparing the chicken and beans for our delicious tostadas. First, heat a large skillet over medium heat. Make sure the skillet is hot enough before adding the chicken to ensure a nice sear. Add the seasoned chicken to the skillet. You should hear a satisfying sizzle as the chicken hits the pan. Cook the chicken for 5 to 7 minutes, or until it is cooked through and no longer pink in the center. Stir occasionally to ensure even cooking and to prevent the chicken from sticking to the skillet. While the chicken is cooking, let's move on to the beans. In a separate small saucepan, heat the refried beans over low heat. Stir the beans occasionally to prevent them from sticking to the bottom of the pan and to ensure they heat evenly. The beans should be warm and creamy by the time the chicken is done. This combination of perfectly cooked chicken and warm, flavorful beans will be the perfect topping for our crispy tostada shells. Keep an eye on both the chicken and the beans and adjust the heat as necessary to avoid burning. Once everything is ready, we'll be able to assemble our delicious tostadas. Now for the fun part, spread a layer of warm refried beans on each tostada shell. Top with the cooked chicken, shredded lettuce, chopped tomatoes, and onion. Get creative with your toppings. Add salsa, sour cream, guacamole, or your other favorite Mexican-inspired toppings. For a vegetarian option, swap the chicken for black beans or sautéed vegetables. Spice things up with jalapenos or hot sauce. Chicken tostadas are perfect for a quick weeknight dinner, a casual lunch, or even a party appetizer. Serve them with a side of Mexican rice and beans for a complete meal. These easy chicken tostadas are sure to be a hit with the whole family. They're packed with flavor and come together in minutes. Enjoy!